Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Mike with smartoptionstrading.com. It's Wednesday, the 4th of February. This is our midweek update. Hope you're all doing well. The SPY continues to trade well like a drunken sailor. Nothing's really changed. This series of higher lows and higher highs continues. We're still in that channel, though we try to break below it today. We're getting some very wide range candles here. Volume is elevated the last couple of days. Duke is upset. But bottom line is the market is holding in, and we continue to try to push up. And hold in here. We had a lot of Iran headlines today. Talks were off, talks are on, talks are off, talks are now back on for Friday, and it seems like there still is a push to try to have some type of diplomatic solution there. The VIX today, another one of those wild candles. We've seen these the last 5 days. Big wide range candles bounced out above 20 today, got out of the Bollinger Bands, and now back inside of it. Right. So, the risk, are we elevated in VIX? Yes. So, it's still saying it's not convinced we're going to have a big move down here, just as an FYI. You're looking around, the Dow today just missed yesterday's all-time high. It's up quite a bit. The IWM, not doing so well, but holding in. The Q's getting absolutely obliterated today. They just don't want tech. We'll cover that more. There was strength in this market. Again, if you're not looking at tech and you look around, there's strength. The financials today, nice move up here on the XLF. JP Morgan follow through from yesterday. That's a nice 3 days up in a row. They don't want Goldman or Morgan, which were some of the stronger names for whatever reason. Bank of America, another day up, pushing good. Wells Fargo, holding well. Citigroup, right? So the banks remain strong. The regional banks, KRE, very strong. Walmart, no rest, new all-time highs. Costco continues to be strong, right? We're seeing strength in names. Think of this theme as stuff, right? Things they can touch. We saw names like Pepsi have an incredible 2 day move, Pepsi never moves like that. Coke, CL, Colgate, right? They're moving into safety names. Energy moved up, new all-time highs on the XLE, ExxonMobil, new all-time high as well. Chevron getting close. So there's lots of strength out there in this market, maybe just not in the names you're looking at. So you need to look around a little bit more. Crypto, forget about it. I was just on a Spaces, my buddy Jeff Hirsch, and he said, this is on a midterm year. Crypto is typically down 50%, and it is a midterm year. Now they only have 3 times where this has happened, but it's something to consider there. All right, what else? The SMHs. Quick shot down to the 50 today. What's going on there? Well, we saw Micron finally get hit. SNDK came into the 8 day. AMD. Talked about this with everybody. AMD, it was a great report. It was great guidance. Margins are better. They're not getting what they want, the market. The market wants that NVIDIA moment where this huge beat and they guide up massively like SanDisk did, like Micron did, like Seagate did, Western Digital. They're not getting it, so they're punishing it. So back down here, you have another gap sitting there at the 195 area to keep an eye on. That is a big gap to bring us down to the 200-day. Tonight after the close, we have Qualcomm and ARM reporting. What else going on out there? Software names. Palantir, good report. Punished again, right? Gapped up well below that, absolutely punished. We saw a little bit of a bounce in names like Now and CRM, reverse those, but not much. Oracle continues to be left for dead. High tech, Microsoft got out of my last couple puts I had on this today as it bounced. Amazon continues to sell off going into earnings tomorrow night. Google dumped over 2% going into earnings tonight. Meta, which was so strong off earnings and such a great report, they filled the gap, gave it all back. Tesla, we talked about it just in a range today, broke down, but coming back up, broke all the way down to the 400 area before bouncing. Apple remains incredibly strong. You have a beautiful move here on Apple moving back up. Again, it's a safety name, place to go hide. You have your dividend coming up there next week. So the bottom line is the market is holding in. I don't remember if I talked about CMG. They hated the report, but they bought it all back today and engulfed the previous couple weeks worth of action. There's still things going on out there. There's still a lot of constructive stock moves in the market. It's constructive. We continue to talk. The SPY is probably down more than it should be because of its 34% exposure to the Mag 7. So when you have names like Microsoft, Amazon, and Tesla, and Meta, and Google, and Nvidia all getting hammered, it's going to hurt the SPY because of the weighting. With that said, hope you're doing well. Staying late with you guys in the room tonight through earnings. We got Google after the close. Who else we got tonight? I know We got Google, Qualcomm, ARM, and Snap is in there tomorrow morning before the open BMY. Hope you're all doing well. Catch you live in the AM.